Can y'all hear me on Instagram and Facebook? Thank you. Thank you. Telegram, y'all still okay? All right. So, I want to say a few things. I don't want to say it without this. I think a lot of people are still not getting it because I made a story. It's like nobody's ever played charades. Have y'all ever played charades? Anybody? Like, do you know what this is? Do you know what this is? Like, what? Have y'all ever played charades? Some of you? Seriously? Have y'all not noticed that there's some things that we can't say? Because once we say it, all hell breaks loose. You know, the problem is that when the series comes out, everybody is watching it from their couches. We can barely get people to get outside. I will not hold my breath on people covering the streets. I don't. Praying about it, but I'm not holding my breath. I know there's so many people watching this, but there's not a lot of people that are going to do anything. Just how I knew there was no justice for me. So we get asked the questions of, why didn't you just call the police? Why don't you just go to the FBI? Did that. Why don't you just get a deliverance? That's not the answer, but did that. Why don't you just put in a file to the courts? Did that. Why don't you just stop talking? Did that. So here's the thing. Now you guys see us, and a lot of you are like, she funny sometimes. She funny. I don't think I'm funny. I'm trying to keep my fucking sanity over here. Does anybody understand that? So yesterday, in the video, we were shaking. I was shaking. Okay. Now, if you've met us personally, which some of you will and some of you have, you'll see why. You'll understand why. You may not know why. Okay? That's called MK Ultra. That's called PTSD. It's called something else. and it's not called drugs. So yesterday I got called a drug addict again because we were shaking. The thing is for Air D Stylist that called us a drug addict, I may not have blocked you on here because I called you a judgmental, heartless bitch on my XO Odyssey page. But let me explain to you why I just got blocked on XO Odyssey for calling you a judgmental, heartless bitch, because you were never going to do shit anyways. People like you were never going to do shit anyways. She said something along the lines of, I'm looking to support you, but I feel like you're on drugs. You're high on something. Let me break something down for you. Let me break it down without a smile. Let me break it down seriously so we get what the fuck I'm saying to you. Okay? There is a possibility that we're going to lose our fucking car again, which we had already told you guys. We had already told you guys that once again we were going to have issues in Nebraska when we had issues when we lost the car and everybody was pulling us over talking about where's the car parked. Since when do the police give a fuck about your parking choices? Seriously? Seriously? Since when did the police get a choice of the parking choice? Or have to, since when do they want to discuss that? Since when do they pull you over to discuss that? Help me. So let me tell you why I was shaking. Let me tell you. Because not only did we were trying to get this series done, it's falling the fuck apart. And I'm going to tell you why. Because we're going up against every piece of evil known to man. And of course, the spiritual warfare is about to be crazy. Of course, people don't want that shit out. It's falling apart, but you guess what? We're going to pick up those fucking pieces and we're going to keep going. The problem is right now, though, is it's falling apart. I haven't had any sleep really. I just fell asleep a little bit ago. We're in a hotel, as you can see. We're leaving right now, so don't get any fucking ideas. But we were able to pull the hell over for a minute because I couldn't see straight. There's only so much a bitch can take. I want to know how you would react. D Stylist and anybody else that agrees with her. I want to know how you would act if somebody just told you, hey, you just got a phone call. Hey, once again, I understand you just dropped a big secret, and I understand that you're trying your damn best to get this shit out there. But once again, you need to be careful with your car because you might lose that if you're not too careful with it. You need to, and not lose. And they're like, there's so much going on. There's so much going on right now that I can't even explain it. I don't even know where the fuck to start. Then they're like, there's a possibility that someone's trying to kill your mother. Again. There's a possibility that someone wants to pull you back into chains, into a tunnel, and rip every piece of your soul apart without killing you. I'm talking about rape. I'm talking about torture. I'm talking about just beating the fuck out of you. Do you understand how bad people want to get me back in their hands because I done pissed them off? Do you understand that? I was sold to Russia, and I ran for a year. And the FBI, the ones that are supposed to do something, they refused to look for me. If anything, they sent out a pimp. A John that works in the FBI. Do you work in a bar? Does anybody work in a bar? I know a few people who work in a bar. Do you understand that at night at the bar, police, firefighters, anybody, there's so many secret societies every damn where. Anybody could just stop by the bar, especially on duty, and go take a few drinks and then jump in the car and then pull somebody else over for the same exact thing. Do you understand that somebody just told me, you want to, let me help you out. I'm gonna turn these, let me see if my hips, I don't know if you can hear that, but those are my hips. Those are my hips. It's not just that I'm a dancer and I used to sit in the splits and I could pop my shit. It's not that. It's the fact that I've been tied in so many chains and in so many ways that my hips are all fucked up. So what I want to know is how you would react if somebody just told you, hey, once again, after everything that you've been through, someone wants to kill y'all. And not just kill you, they want to make sure that you probably stay alive for a little bit because they just want to torture you. You need to be careful. It's not just my hips. I got so many body issues from being tied up in certain places, tortured in certain places, hit for hours, raped for hours in the same spot. Have you ever tried to lay in the same spot and your leg goes to sleep? You know what I'm talking about? You ever sit on your leg too long and it go to sleep and it hurt? Anybody? So I want to know how you would react if once again you knew that somebody was like, hey, not only this, because you guys didn't get it when I said, hey, there's somebody following us around the store jacking off right now talking about how you need some grown man dick. It's been too long. How would you know how long it's been if you don't know me? How would you feel? And it's not an empty promise because it's happened before. How would you react if you knew that the things that you fought, that your hardest for to stay alive, somebody is trying their damn best to get you back, to torture you? Do you know what somebody would do to my ass if they got me back in their hands? Do you understand? There's no fighting. You just gonna have to kill me. But the thing is there's things worse than death. Do you understand that? So if I'm shaking, or if we're a little upset, how the fuck would you feel? Do you know we have survivors calling us like, yo, we trying to get out too. The thing is though, is if I tell them to move, I won't tell them to stay, but if I tell them to move, it's a possibility that if they don't move in the right way, they will get murdered. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? If their pimp finds them, or if they move, They not just gonna get beat, they might get their limbs torn off. If they have any children, somebody might kill their children in front of them for the fact of moving if they can't get their hands on them. If they find them again, everybody that they've possibly talked to or cared about is gonna die. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? This is not a fucking joke. People take... I've been raped with hangers, and glass bottles. Do you understand that there's a reason why some people can't have kids after torture? We're not talking about I'm probably gonna lose my keys. I'm probably gonna not get to go back to the place that I used to enjoy. Do y'all understand what I'm saying to you right now? I feel like a lot of people, there's so much spiritual warfare that I've been saying things and I've been talking to people, and it seems like it's not even coming out clear to you. It seems like everything that I'm saying is coming out a different language, and it's nothing that anybody speaks. Do y'all understand what we're saying? We told you that our own predators, we're about to look them in the face. Y'all didn't realize that I meant police. I've been raped orgy style by police, gang raped by police since I was a little kid. You think that it's easy to look these cops in the face and not wonder, are you the one that was hurting me so bad when I was blindfolded? Was that you? Was that you? Because your voice sounds familiar. If my blindfold came up a little bit, the tattoo looks familiar. And if I was able to look you in your eyes while you were trying to have some type of role play imagination because you don't want to be with your wife, or you have dreams and fantasies of being with your children, then I remember your fucking eyes. You understand that? This series is not just about me sitting down with makeup on out of a car to tell y'all my life sucks. No shit, Sherlock. This is something bigger than that. Do you understand that? When I went missing for a year from CPS, do you understand the reason why I went missing for a whole year? Do y'all understand? I was 16 years old. I went missing for a year, not for a few days. Absent without leave, AWOL. I was AWOL for a year. Why do you think that I went missing for a year? Did anybody hear me when I said that? And a lot of people are like, y'all, we hear you. I know you do. I know the people that matter hear us. I get it. What's wrong is there has to be more of you. You want to know why? Because there's survivors, girls and guys that are calling us right now like, hey, we want to move. Which way we going? And I have to tell them, I don't know. I can't even, for real, like, look where we at. Hello? This is why survivors don't come out. This is why you don't hear from survivors. And like right now, I got to turn the comments off because people are like, so can you speak on Biden? So can you speak on this celebrity? So can you do this with this celebrity? So can you talk about this celebrity? So can you tell me something about this celebrity because I like this celebrity? Can you say something about this celebrity because, oh my gosh, I hear, okay, let's just pass over that. Let's just pass over how the fuck you feel. Let's just pass over the reason why you're angry. Let's just pass over the fact that you're absolutely in fucking danger right now for telling me information that I'm sitting on my fucking couch for. You see? Do you see why other survivors say, fuck it? Dude, if you going through this hell, why the hell would I move? Do you see these people? Let me turn the comments back on. Let me help you out. Now, what I'm saying to you, did that just go out the window? Scroll through the comments on Instagram. Scroll through them. Go ahead. Just wait. I'm going to pause. Make it make sense. This is how I know some of y'all are not listening. This is how I know. The comments. Go ahead. I know there's always going to be one. And I know there's distractions for a reason. And I know the devil is sitting back like, hell yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. Let's go. But I need y'all to see this shit. Have you not seen, in real time, this was my point, for you to see this shit. Turn the comments back on. Go ahead. Look. The people who are like, okay, let's pass over the real shit. Like, can we talk about the celebrities? Let's pass over that. Can you say something else about a celebrity? Can you name drop another thing? I'll name drop something for you. Child Protective Services. I'll name drop something for you. Go look at the missing kids in your area. You want another name drop? How about the dentist, the security, the teachers in your school, your employer, your everyday neighbor, your own fucking home? Look in your backyard. The pedophiles that you allow in your family. The people that you won't even say anything twice to because you're like, I'm going to shut up because they feel like I'm a conspiracy theorist and I'm crazy as hell already. So I'm going to let them get away with the bullshit that they keep saying to me and belittling me and telling me I'm crazy. So I'm just going to put up with it because I can't argue with my own family. Let's do that. Let's name drop that. But go ahead. Look in the comments and understand what I'm trying to say to y'all right now. Go ahead. Go ahead. It's like talking, it's over children. It's beyond children. The 90s that are like, I hear you. Look through the comments right now. You want to know how I know you hear me? There's an angel that's sitting right here. They're over here. There's another angel outside. But there's one that's sitting right here that has known us for damn near 2 years off the internet. Let me help you how I know that something's not right. Because last night I was like, I'm fucking dreaming. Let me help you out how I know that y'all hear me. 90s, let me help you out how I know. You want to know how I know? Because after 2 years, there's a bunch of people sitting here from all around the world that's like, Ali, I hear you. After 2 years, there's somebody that's sitting right in front of me right now that I didn't even know. We met off the fucking internet. There's a lot of people. She's driving our fucking car and I'm like, do you realize what's happening? We're like family. We're more than, I feel like I've known some of y'all for decades. Because we came together to try to do what's right because nobody else wants to talk about it. Do you understand what's happening? I don't. Because I had one of those realizations like right now, like, Jesus, am I dreaming? I feel like it's a slight nightmare and a dream at the same time. Like, what the fuck is happening? We got people jumping in cars talking about, I don't even know you, but we're going to drive with you. Where we going? Let's go. Let me grab my shoes. From the internet. From the fucking internet. People from in different states that's like, I got kids, but come on, Ali. Come on, Shelly. We got you. I know you hear me. We calling on people answering the phones like we just talked yesterday and we've been talking for 10 years. There's some people that are just riding like a family. all over the United States, all over the country. People are texting us like, what do you need? You need tampons? I heard somebody took your chonies. You need food? Because I know y'all eating out the ice chest. Mom need a hug with a dog? Because I got one. I feel like I'm fucking dreaming. People from all around the world are getting together to go outside. And do you know how many families have been created off of this internet because of us on this platform? People coming together, lost their family, can't talk to them. During the pandemic, they didn't want them to come over because they didn't have the vaccination. Then when they did have it, then everybody is still bitching and hollering about the opinions that they supposed to respect because they break everybody. The government has broken up families. And on here, on these platforms in the last 2 years, more families have come together. I'm dreaming. It's like a horror movie and a dream all in. You know these bracelets on my arm? This was an angel. This is another angel. Do you see the bracelets collecting on my arm? It's because we're stopping by angels and they're just like, here's a rock. Oh my God. The vocabulary is insane. I just talked to somebody last night and they said, hey, there's an angel that just walked in here with you. Is that a silent angel? I'm like, this is happening. This is fucking happening. I know my mom used to tell me, like, Mom has always said, you don't realize what's happening right now. And I'm looking at her, Mom, look at me. I don't. And it just hit me in the weirdest way. There's something fucking biblical going on. I don't even... okay. I feel like we're stuck in a Jumanji Bible story. Like, what the hell's happening? I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore. I don't. I don't know anymore. You know what? For the survivors that are messaging us, I don't know. Do you hear what I'm telling you right now? I don't know. There are some Hollywood actors that have messaged us and said, I know it exists. I know you're telling the truth. Keep going. And I'm just like, keep going? I keep going. Are you gonna say something? Like, it would be a little bit easier if you help us out. But they like, I ain't doing that. Are you crazy? Yes. Yes. And everything else that is going on is. Does anybody else feel that way? No? Fuck. Mom, say something.
been over $2 million put down on contracts for false flags for Allie, and I guess me too. So the cops, when we had the cop issue, that was a false flag. People paid money to do that. Most of the bullshit you see is either gang stalking or false flags. So as of right now, there's been $2 million, and somebody also bought cops again. I'm gonna go on record right here and say to everybody that's putting money down on my kid, paying for false flags, every single dime that you paid, nothing will come from that. Your plans will fail, every single one of them, and when they do, I want you to remember this conversation right here. You need to come ask a question of how and why. We are covered by Almighty God. Everything you're planning to do will fail. You're wasting your money. But I know you won't see that yet. But when you do, come ask a question. Until then, we gotta walk this shit out. And you guys gotta see it.
And then some people are like, I need more evidence. I need more evidence. How much more do you need?
That's an excuse.
Because the thing is some people are like, well, I didn't see the child getting raped, so I'm not gonna do anything about it. So you need a.
For you 90s, for so long, the standard has been for people to call conspiracy theory or call liar or call fraud or just to lay out bullshit, and they get ahead and they get their way because we don't push back. When you see that stuff, start pushing back at that. That's not how it is. That's not what it is. And we need to stop allowing that. Anybody that comes on here and is still asking for names but hasn't done anything with the names they have, they're lying. It's an excuse. So call their shit out. What have you done with the names that you do have? Nothing? Then why do you think you need more names? Don't let these people continue with their bullshit narratives.
Nothing will ever, it will. Thank you, Safi. If they need more, nothing will ever be enough for them, coming from another survivor.
Making excuses like whoever it was earlier. Well, I would believe you, but you're shaking, so I think you're on drugs. You weren't going to do anything anyway.
No, you weren't.
You're making fucking excuses, so stop that shit.
I'm shaking right now. I'm shaking right now. You want to know why? The anxiety is out the window. Because when we walk out this door, there's a possibility that someone wants to kill us. Once again, you remember when we were walking out the door with you guys? Getting down on the ground? Making sure that there was nothing under our car? You remember those nights that you were driving with us, pulling gummy worms apart because we were trying to stay awake? You remember those nights where you were on chat and people were doing 24-hour prayer rooms? You remember those nights? That was not too long ago. It feels like decades ago, doesn't it?
If you've met Allie, anybody that's met Allie will know, or probably any survivor, they shake about 90% of the time. From programming, from PTSD, from anxiety. Don't be stupid. It amazes me how many people just let shit come right out of their mouth without hearing what they're saying. Just stop. This isn't the place for you. If you can't check yourself, if you're going to say stupid shit, this isn't the place for you.
And no matter on survivors, human trafficking is the place for you, if that's the case. Let's just make that clear. Well, I have talked, again, I've talked to a few elite Hollywood actors, artists, and they're like, we know what's going on. We've seen it. We know. We know you're telling the truth. We know you've been telling the truth from the beginning. We can't say it though. We can't be in our cars. We can't deal with the backlash. We don't want to do that. Y'all see why I didn't say anything for a really long time? You see why there's other survivors that are like, I ain't saying shit. This is too much. Thanks for the messages, though. No, seriously, thank you. Because, I mean, hey, at least we know I know we're not crazy. But thanks for the messages, though. I appreciate those. I mean, I don't... Hey, like, I stand with you. Just can't go there right now. All right. Yeah, all right. No worries, I'll do it. Doing it anyway, don't have a choice. It's like blinking. It's not a choice there. All right, we gotta go. This weekend, there are posters going around everywhere. I was trying to get them out earlier so people didn't have an excuse as to what they didn't see or I didn't know, and I wanted to go, but I was busy. It don't have to be a date, just fucking do it. But at the same time, like, it would be nice if people got out in power and numbers and not so scattered. When you see a group of people, what does everybody do? Stop. Like, what's going on over there? What's happening? Why is there so many people? Is it a group? Do I get a flyer? Like, what's happening? You know what people do? They stop and they check what's happening. That's what they do when they see groups of people. And you know what the world does? They really stop when they see the streets covered, like they did for BLM, like they did for Pride, like they did for the bullshit Demic protest. So August 20th, this weekend, you see the posters. Can you print them out? Can you post them like flyers? You see the censorship is real. So there's nothing, I don't know how this series is going to be able to even be played, because the way that it's happening right now is just like everybody's trying to cut the internet out. So anything that links to the internet. That's why I said, how can we physically do this? How can we physically get people? Like, we still need to do it on the internet, but still, how can we physically get people to watch this shit? Because the censorship. Thank you to the angels. Y'all do realize that something biblical is happening, right? It just hit me last night. I would still sit here. Like, I kind of want to wake up, but I don't. In a way. Something weird is happening. Do y'all see that? To the real 90s that are like, I'm jumping in my car. Do you realize some of y'all have known this now for 2 years, more. Do y'all realize that? Something VeggieTales is happening right now, okay? Anybody else see that? So to the 90s, no, we know y'all are real. We know. Is it me, Mom? She's been telling me this whole time. She's been like, you don't realize what's happening, do you? Know? I just wanted to stop this whole time. And then last night, I'm like, Mom. Something biblical is happening.
I've been saying the Bible stories are resonating in a different way. That same God from the Bible that did amazing, crazy things that you would have never even thought could be done is the same God that's going to do some crazy, amazing things right now. And a lot of you are just sitting back making excuses and blaming other people and you're gonna miss it.
Yeah, exactly. It's good versus evil. Someone said Esther in 2022. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, exactly. Jesus. All right. Well, you're still not okay. And if we go live again, I need you to screen record. I think we're going to have to jump back on here because apparently blocked on Exo Odyssey a little bit again. So, might have to come back on here. Something weird is happening. And I'm not saying it's just us, but something weird is happening. So there's some 90s that will be calling. We're probably going to be live again soon, but I don't know what's happening anymore. Real 90s, we love y'all more than you will ever know. We see you. So thank you for seeing us. We're not suicidal. There will be no accidental car accidents, no overdoses. We are of sound mind and body. We're not carrying any weapons or medication that cannot be accounted for. We are not carrying any drugs. We are not carrying any weapons that cannot be accounted for.
You're not suicidal or homicidal.
We are not suicidal or homicidal. The car is okay. We have checked everything and even did an extreme check, and the car is okay. So as of right now, there will be no accidental car accidents, and nothing is wrong with the car. God bless. Please pray, and insurance stand by. You know what to do. Bye, guys.